want to welcome everyone here for this incredible celebration of providing broadband to over 600 apartments up the street at Parkway Place. LMHA's interest in bridging the digital divide is nothing new. Beginning in 2004, LMHA started setting up computer labs in public housing developments and providing digital skills training to residents. Then in 2017, LMHA was selected as part of the 2017 Connect Home USA cohort. As part of our efforts under Connect Home USA, we've trained over 130 residents in digital skills, provided over 600 refurbished computers, and helped connect 200 families with low-cost internet. Out of those over 600 refurbished computers, 110 of them were provided up the street at Parkway Place, including 35 just this past month. While connecting over 600 public housing units at Parkway Place with broadband is neither the beginning nor the end of our digital inclusion efforts, I like to think of it as a crescendo, an exclamation point, and that we're looking forward to doing a lot more in the future. I hope she came in. I want to recognize Ray Dawn Long, our digital inclusion coordinator. She has been distributing computers. She's been addressing technical support issues for people getting hooked up, because some of those she can address herself, and when she can't address them, she's been our liaison with the tech support that Spectrum has been providing up the street. So I want to thank her so much. And finally, I want to thank the team at Spectrum. They have been great to work with, and you can't do any project like this without some hiccups coming up, and every single one that's coming up, I've called or sent an email, and they've all been dealt with right away. So they've just been wonderful to work with. So I want to kick things off and want to welcome from Spectrum, Shane Abney.
Spectrum is very pleased to be part of this initiative. We're proud to have the opportunity to participate. Spectrum has a long-standing and strong commitment to providing quality, reliable internet in all the communities we serve. We will be participating in the FCC's Emergency Broadband Benefit Program. That is scheduled to start on May the 12th. This program will actually provide up to $50 credit for qualified households to go toward broadband access. So there's going to be more details that will be coming on that program. We're also very excited to be able to work with the Metro Housing Authority to provide high-speed internet to the 635 residents, families that Dan was mentioning. The residents at Parkway Place now have 200 meg internet provided to all of the residents. This 200 meg internet product is the same starting speed enjoyed by most of our customers throughout the Louisville market, and nearly 85% of our customers across our 41 state footprint. Spectrum has the ability to expand this program to thousands of additional households in Louisville if the need is there. We can typically get those connected with high-speed internet in a matter of weeks. We look forward to continuing working with and supporting the needs of the Metro Housing Authority, as well as the City of Louisville, and together we can help ensure residents in the city have reliable internet at a time that they need it most.
Good to be out here and celebrate this wonderful announcement that we've got in front of us here today. I want to thank Spectrum for making this commitment to the people of Parkway Place in our city. They've been a great city partner, and this effort aligns with the commitment that the company made last year when the pandemic shut down schools in March of 2020. That was a really unknown time for us as to how we're going to continue to support kids in their learning in school, and Spectrum really stepped up in a nice way, so we appreciate that very much. Boy, you've got to have access to broadband, and if you're not, you're just outside of so many opportunities, whether it be in the school or in the job market. So We have to have partners like Spectrum offering free broadband and Wi-Fi access for households with students who didn't have an internet subscription so they could participate in non-traditional instruction. So again, thank you for that. And then a big thanks to Lisa Osenka and the outstanding team at LMHA for always recognizing when opportunity comes and really getting in front of that for the most part so we can make sure we're ready to meet the residents' needs. When we think about how this fits with our ongoing work as a city, remember our driving city value is compassion, and that means we have respect and hope for every one of our citizens so their full human potential is flourishing. And so this is a big part of making that full human potential flourish, because what I see time and time again throughout the city is talent is evenly distributed, but opportunity and access is not. So it's particularly important to securing crucial information and technology that brings information and learning and interactive opportunities into each and every one of our homes. Digital access is still far from universal, so we are not close, folks. Prior to the pandemic, 82,000 Louisville families did not have laptops or desktop computers in their homes, and nearly double the number of families did not have a broadband home internet connection. And for those of us that enjoy that, it's almost impossible to think about life without that. So this now is in an era that we live in right now where 90% of careers require digital skills, a number that's only going to increase. So we've got to do everything that we can to close the digital divide. The pandemic has made this even more urgent because of the need to require access, equipment, and the skills and knowledge to use them. That's why our Office of Civic Innovation and Technology is working with Spectrum, the Housing Authority, and other partners to increase access to adequate and affordable hardware, assistive technology, and technical support. And I want to recognize Grace Simrall, who's here. She's our chief for the Office of Civic Innovation and Technology and has been driving so much of this change and really, really good work for our city. So Grace, thank you for extraordinary work. So we're proud of what we've done so far, but we always say we have more to do. Our digital inclusion initiative has helped over 1,000 families qualify for low-cost internet plans. We've distributed over 1,000 donated and refurbished laptops and desktops throughout the community. We've created some community computer labs in places such as the Somali Community Center, and we set up partnerships with organizations such as Goodwill, Louisville Urban League, Americana, and the Wesley House to provide digital skills training that people need. This year's budget, which was launched about 12 days or so ago, invests $8.5 million in a variety of programs to help us close the digital divide. So for those folks that think that's important, please lobby your Metro Council member to get this budget passed. We're also investing $350,000 in our Future of Work initiative with Microsoft, whose mission is to grow and diversify our tech workforce. Too often, or what the current situation is in America, technology is dominated by men, particularly white men, some men of Asian descent also, but it is a field that is lacking in Black Americans and females. So we are trying to diversify that as much as possible, and our Future of Work initiative in particular has been recognized nationally for the work that we've done to diversify the number of people coming into technology careers. And the Future of Work offers free tech training programs and is helping us build more tech learning options for young people through our partnership with JCPS and the Academies of Louisville. So we're working more with JCPS to make sure we're getting that kind of digital pathway. I'm excited to see how that could cross over, like say with healthcare pathways, so people could be now involved with health innovation, for instance, so using data to inform the work that they're doing. This year's budget doubles our investment in Code Louisville, which has now helped about 600 people find careers and earn family supporting wages in our city's growing tech industry. So we like all jobs, but we prefer jobs that pay family supporting wages, and they actually are a start for a career. There you go. So let's bring it home to Parkway Place. We want the children growing up here and the adults here in every place in our city to have access to the tools and information they need to develop the skills they need for the careers of the future. And that's why this is so important today. We don't know that little kid who's going to be getting on at 200 megs with a computer and finds something that fascinates her and is going to lead to a career to be one of our great new doctors. Or we don't know the mom that's going to be getting on and saying, hey, I can get that tech training at LCC or AMPT or the Future of Work and go from 2 jobs that I'm working right now at low wages to 1 job at 45 grand a year and off to a career start. But that will happen as a result of what's being announced here today. And I'm really happy because I could never say this before as mayor, but we've got some money coming to town that we're going to be able to spend to invest in some very positive ways. So while the federal government is still determining guidelines with the American Rescue Plan, and those guidelines should be out within the next week or so, we anticipate that we're going to be able to make an even greater commitment to digital inclusion and affordable housing and racial equity and much more through the funding provided by the American Rescue Plan. So that's a really exciting thing to contemplate. So we'll be having a lot of great announcements in the coming months for now. So for now, thanks again to everybody whose hard work and dedication and compassion made this fantastic opportunity possible for the families of Parkway Place. And let's just keep working together to make sure we can expand broadband to every city in our great city, or every home in our great city.
It's this 200 megabyte internet. That's what I have at home. And I'm thankful I have that at home. But when we hear from our next guest about how she has plans of using this new broadband internet, I'm thinking, wow, she really needs it. Please welcome one of our residents from Parkway Place, Tiffany Carr.
I feel like the 200 megabytes of the internet is going to help me a lot because I had with COVID-19 hit my family really hard, and I started to look for other avenues of work, working from home. And with my current internet speed, it worked for me. So with that and starting a new small business and having kids at home doing NTI, I just really feel like this is going to be a great opportunity for me and my family and other families in the neighborhood. And I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
That concludes our event, and what I really am looking forward to is hearing from Ray Don and Micah and other staff members who are working with our families up the street. I'm interested in hearing how they're using their new broadband, whether it's being able to work from home, getting their kids connected to NTI, or even after they go back to school, having their kids have more resources for doing their homework. Mom being able to watch her movie in the bedroom while the kids watch their movie somewhere else. That's important too. And residents realizing that they can connect to their medical resources through the internet and to their doctors through the internet, and maybe just keeping in better touch with their family. So it's just really thankful that we're able to do this, and I want to thank everyone for coming.